If you've been following along in order of the videos and the document, you'll know that we added some scripts to our game objects in order to make the game active and to make it a game. So in our one script, we have a count of 1 on our coins. Remember our coins we have to collect? So that's what we tested. I hope that you tested your game after you added the scripts. So we're going to go in here just to test and make sure. Here's our little character. We're going to have him move along. Boom, he accessed the coin and the game is won. It tells me how many coins were collected, 1. But I notice here that I forgot something very, very important with our character. And that was to add a follow, because we can't see where our character's going. So way back in the text we talked about this, of adding a smooth follow to the camera, and the camera will follow the character. You can do several things to have the camera follow the character. You can line up your camera with your character and actually drag it down into the third-person controller. Let's do that and see what happens. So I've lined up the camera here and I click the main camera and I drag it down and it becomes a part of that third person. So now if I go into my play mode, my camera follows the third person around. Look at that. That was pretty doggone simple, wasn't it? You can just run around and the camera will follow. Ah, I fell in the water. Now let's show you another option that gives you a little more control. I kind of like this one because I like the simplicity of it, but we're here to show you about scripts and the basic things of Unity. So let me Control Z in my game, or just drag my camera out. So you can, because we added some components at the very, very beginning, the very start, we can go into the main camera, go into your components, your scripts, your Unity standard assets, come over and find the smooth follow. And the smooth follow script will be added to the camera. Then you have some options at the very bottom here of some things that you can add to the smooth camera and how it will look. The distance, if we leave it as is, height 5, distance 10, that's in the units that have been set up. So we haven't even told this camera what to follow. Right? So it still can't see anything. So remember, these are in the units that Unity have set up, and it's usually meters. So it says down here, what do you want us to follow? What is it that you want us to follow? Well, you know what? I think I want you to follow Ethan's body. So I can click and drag Ethan's body, or I could have selected the radio and selected Ethan's body. So let's try it one more time. Wow, look how far our camera is. That's pretty far. I think I want to be a little bit closer, don't you? Okay, well let's try it. Let's say distance, and we're just going to put that lucky number 3. And we'll do a height. We'll leave the height as is, so we'll check it out. And this is how you play with the options you have. So this is what we've said, a distance of 3. That's a pretty good distance. If you like to be further back and see more, then leave it at the 5. Height, I guess it's all right. Rotation and dampering, it's how you move and how you see. Maybe you want to follow a little more closely on the turns. You know, that depends upon you. So play around with these numbers. I'm going to actually move my height up a little bit to a lucky 7 and see what happens here. And this is how you play around. My height, I still don't like it. I don't. I don't like it. But I'll continue to play until I find something that works. All right, so we're talking about polishing up the game. So we checked the game and we made sure that our coin worked, right? It came up, it said it worked, everything's good, we're happy with that. But now we need to add more coins to collect. And this is a real simple process. You have your first coin, but you have to decide how many coins that you want to hide throughout your island for the character to pick up. And once you decide, it's a simple thing of selecting the first coin using Control D. Oops, I almost changed the name. Control D as in duplicate. And you duplicate that coin however many times you want your character to pick up that many coins. Now, whatever you choose, and I chose 13, so I would make 12 duplicates. 12 plus 1 equals 13. But whatever you choose, you have to go back into the script and find that count option and change it, because you can't win without collecting all the coins. So you don't want to leave it at 1 because they'll find 1 coin and win the game. So you want to change it to whatever number you are using and save. After you save your script with a number, you have to move these around. Now you can do the same thing with your crates, and I supplied you with some arrows if you want to use directions to help your player move about. Once you've added your components, you can use your ability to move about the scene. I'm using my Alt key, holding it down, my normal click. Now I'm going to go to my hand, maybe move this down some because I want to get over here to hide my first coin. Oh, I can zoom in. I'm using my middle zoom option. So here I am, I'm looking at this area right here. I can select my second coin. They're all piled right on top of one another. And I select Game Object, Move to View. So that coin has just been moved to this view. You can kind of see it. It's a little far off in the distance. It was close enough for me to be able to work with. And I want to hide my coin right here. You can do that with any object. Once again, I found a place I wanted to hide a coin. Let me say I want to put one right here in this area. Select the object. It's way over there, piled on top of the first coin. Game Object, Move to View. So once you have your game object, your pickup where you want it, think about, do you want it hidden between some crates? Do you want it on top of a crate where your character has to jump to collect it? Think about those things as you're adding your coins and polishing your game. As you can see, I have 3 scenes in this game. One scene, the game, was created as I was capturing images for the text. I'm actually working on this game version 3 scene to show you how to duplicate your objects, change your script number, remember that, very important piece of the puzzle, and how to just polish up your scene. I'm going to go back to the game scene because I've already hidden the objects in places. So I thought I'd just show you a few little things and how they look about the scene. First, I'm off in cyberspace, so I select my third person, hover over the scene, select F, and here's my third person. Now the third person probably has a coin right here. You can see it's hidden behind a little rock. And I've also added an arrow. And what the arrow does is it allows for the player to see what direction they need to head to next. So somewhere over in that area would be another coin. So let's take a peek at our pickup items and go to coin, and these may not be in order, but coin 1. It's selected. I'm hovered over my scene, and there is coin number 1, kind of hidden in the grass and in the bushes. Arrow selects where to go to next. Have the arrow, have the coin. Let's go down here and select number 8 and see what happens. Hover over the scene, F. See, they're not in order. 8 is really, and it doesn't matter. All that matters is the tag, this tag that is associated with the coin, because the script calls the tag. Let me go ahead and open that script back up. See, the script is calling the tag a pickup. It doesn't say coin 1, coin 2, coin 3, coin 4. It doesn't say to pick up in order. It just says, if I have a tag of pickup, you're going to add me. You're going to add me to that count of how many coins are picked up. That's all that's happening right there. So let's continue to look at a few coins and see how we added that object. Select it, hover. This one just happens to be over in a nice area. In fact, there's 2 in a row. Wow, boom, boom. That player can pick those up very quickly. We'll look at another one just for grins and giggles under a tree. Another one over here hidden. Over here hidden. And it continues on and on. You get the gist. So polish up that game. And we'll be right back for deployment.